right, good day, everybody. Today's topic will be a controversial topic, sure, and is dealing with America's fascination with our current president, Donald J. Trump, aka 45. I'm gonna go right on into this, no beating around the bush. Americans, a particular group of Americans, are fascinated by the president because of his character, because of what he represents. Demonstrate the mentality of a gangster, a monster, a criminal, a liar. And this is what America's agenda is promoting in the culture. So in the black community, so-called black community, it was a rise of, gangster type of music, gangster mentality from the streets, but it was actually a reflection from the government itself, the biggest gangsters on the planet. So now, when we do some research and we look at the affiliation with our current presidents, his affiliation with people in the past, we did not, fail to receive the truth of the matter that his father, you know, and his constituents were, involved with men that are known in New York as mobsters, gangsters. The only reason that Donald Trump got into the hotel business, far as with the casinos, is because he had to make some type of allegiance or agreement with the mob. And yes, he was paying the mob because you can't build casinos in the United States without mob consent. You know, the mobsters on the street level are the brothers to the mobsters in the political level. So what the mobsters do in the street level, they promote and push the mobsters from the lower level of society to the higher levels of society. When you look at how they send their sons and daughters to school to become lawyers, judges, so forth and so on, that is to infiltrate the political structure. And Donald Trump is a poster boy for the mob in the United States government. A lot of people say, well, Donald Trump is a Christian. He got Christian values. He is against preferences and sexual choices, so forth and so on. He's against abortions, and that evangelical Christians, they love him. But when you ask yourself, has Donald Trump been a representative of Christians? Not Christians, because Christians can get all types of projections of what a Christian is. But have he been a projection of Jesus the Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach? Point blank, no. He does not represent the teachings in any form or fashion as a reflection or a model after the Christ. But there is a figure that he does represent, and that is the king of Babylon. Donald Trump is the modern day king of Babylon. We call him the president, but he's the king of Babylon. He is the king of modern day Rome. He is the pharaoh of modern day Egypt. He has also conspired with the nations around the world, committing fornication with them in regards of businesses. So America has, under his watch, manifested the reality of the whore that sits on many waters, that committed fornications with the kings of the earth, so forth and so on. Uh, let's go into what's going on with his representation. He has been that of a sorcerer, a magician, charlatan. But a lot of Americans have sucked that up because he's their hero. He's their God. And this is what Caucasian, so-called white America, this is what they want. They want America to be great again. They want America to be great as in the greatest generation of Americans was during, I believe it was World War II, during the 50s, as though there's certain behavior or activities was going on. People of color was being oppressed. That's a no-brainer. Segregation was at its height. Also, women, they was denied certain types of rights. They was looked at second class citizens. So a lot of people, they are viewing partial message of Donald Trump, that which is acceptable to them to get them to the ends of their means. And the ends of many of those means is racism. It's based in hatred, based in the lies of their forefathers, whereas though they have been indoctrinated with a philosophy or ideology of supremacy based on the lack of melanin in their skin. So we're dealing with people that have been deceived by their fathers. And when you're deceived by your father, it's hard to go against that deception because you don't want to admit that your father was a liar, a thief, a murderer, a rapist, a conqueror of lands out of greed, came in one fashion of peace and then put people to the sword, then took people land, and then raped their women, all types of nefarious acts. And a lot of these people that are in support of our president today, not all of them, but many of them, there's a particular group, you can see them a mile away. They got it all written on their face. Hate, hate, hate. And you know what? The laws of attraction are at work. So the president doesn't have to see, oh, excuse me, doesn't have to say particular things. His energy, his his frequency is attracting these individuals that believe that he's the savior, that he is the answer to the America's dilemma. That he's gonna, be backing the brutality of citizens by racist police, and that his policies will somehow make this place a better place to be. All lies and more lies. Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, I'm going to make this statement. What I'm presenting is a point of view. When I first was informed or acknowledged that Donald Trump was the president, I told myself I was not going to place any prejudgments on him because of the Democratic Party, because of people's personal views. This is what the teachings have given me the mindset that don't be a follower of the herd and thought process. So what I did was occasionally, because I'm not a big fan of the propaganda that's being produced by the local news stations, so I started listening to Alexa in the morning time, wake me up to, give me the briefing of the news. And I started to hear the position of the president and you know, the lack of taking responsibility. If you check the records, President Trump has never taken responsibility or accountability for anything that happened in his administration. He's always placed the blame on another individual, had four guys, four women, and he threw those people to the wolves or threw them on the sacrificial fires of the government concepts of kill or be killed, slay or be slayed, and didn't think nothing about it, destroy people's livelihoods, so forth and so on. So as this continued to escalate, elevate, and manifest, I'm a person of reason. And I couldn't tell myself any lies about what I was saying. And so now that's why I'm speaking on our current president and his operation as I am. Am I a supporter of the Democrat Party? No. Well, am I? Well, I'm a supporter of Barack Obama. No. And I had my personal reasons why. And to be frankly, I know that this government, this system has an AI, it has an artificial intelligence, and it operates not according to the person that's in the position of the puppet pulpit, but it's already moving along the course that has been planned 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. They might have to make some adjustments in there, but there's an agenda that the presidents of the United States must follow. And if they don't follow them, what's going to happen is what the same thing that happened to Abraham Lincoln. Same thing happened to John Fitzgerald Kennedy. They're going to get their head popped. And that's the way it is. That's gangsterism at its fullest, right there in the flesh. We can touch anybody. We can touch the president. We can whack them. You know what I'm saying? That's how the United Snakes of America operate. And when two people start to wake up, become conscious, and tell ourselves the truth, we're going to continue to see the falsehood, the smokes in the mirrors of our choices. But a lot of people, they're not going for that. And it's not because they Democrats or Republicans. It's because they are sincere truth seekers. And if you're polarized all the way to the left or the right, you can't be in truth. You have been indoctrinated by this political system. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is just a point of view. I'm going to bring this session to a close. This is a special edition on 45, King of Babylon, Donald J. Trump. Everybody, I come to you in love. I leave you in peace. Mental elevation is a way of life. Self-improvement